Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Now today, a fragrance review. I don't do them very often and we are in the midst of a very warm, hot spell in the UK summertime. Temperatures are 30 degrees Celsius quite often, and as a result it's difficult to choose a fragrance which offers what I need on a hot and heavy day, just like today's going to be. It's quite early in the morning right now. Sun is not beating down on me yet, but the fragrance I am choosing today is a relatively new entry in my fragrance collection, and it is Happy for Men by Clinique. Now, I was really unaware that Clinique did many fragrances for men. And it is an American brand, obviously. Clinique is a subsidiary of the massive Estee Lauder organization. And Clinique's been around, I don't know how many years. I think they launched it 1999, this particular fragrance. But they have been a powerhouse in men's cosmetics and skincare products. And this fragrance, as I said, came around just before the turn of the millennium. And it is a fragrance, as you can see, by its coloration, which derives a lot of its pleasance from citrus fragrance, particularly orange. And as I say, I was on holiday actually in Qatar a little while ago, and I have a habit when I fly to another country, I tend to like to pick up a new fragrance when I get there to carry me through that trip. Often, particularly if you're traveling with hand luggage, certain regulations about carrying with fluids and the like. So I buy a new fragrance when I arrive somewhere. So I was in Doha Airport in Qatar, and this little fellow was on special offer. And I thought, never even knew that Clinique did fragrances for men. I picked it up. I think I paid in the region of £30 for it. Now, admittedly, it was in an airport duty-free sort of zone. I believe it is widely available. I mean, it's stated on the Clinique website, £68. I mean, nobody's paying that for these things. Get them on eBay, get them at a discounted price somewhere. Look for a lot less than, the stated retail price. But what we have here is a really uplifting, citrus-based, what I think is a perfect summer fragrance, which is just cheerful. I mean, it's called Happy, for God's sake. And that tells you all you need to know about this crisp, clean, nice cut to it, on a hot, heavy day. Citrus is so valuable as a fragrance for a gentleman. And this one does a little treat. And orange predominates definitely within the fragrance accords. The accords are, in fact, so we're looking at mandarin orange, lime and lemon at the top notes. So as soon as I spray it on, they're all there, they're evident. Orange, quite powerful. In the heart of this fragrance, we're looking at freesia, jasmine, lily of the valley and rose. So there's a floral element as it dries down a little. And I do get a bit of that from the get-go. And then in the base, we've got cypress, musk, cedar and wood. So there's a bit more of that stronger fragrance base, masculine stuff at the dry down. But from the moment of putting it on, you get something which is really quite cheerful, quite, as they say, happy. And it is the perfect summer fragrance for me. Let me tell you a little bit about my observations of living with this fragrance. I've been back from Qatar for about 5 weeks now. I'm just going to tell you how it's fitted into my life. So basically, when would you wear this seasonally? It is absolutely a summer fragrance, all right? Hot, heavy, summer days. This is what you want to put on. It's got a nice cutting element to it. It shears through those muggy, cloying days. And this nice, cheerful fragrance, citrusy. Citrus always works well in the summer. This one so. As a consequence, however, I don't think it's going to be a main player in the winter. It just doesn't have the punch, right? It's quite a light, short-lived fragrance, but more of that in a moment. Age range, I reckon this is an any age wearer, this one. You could wear this as a 25-year-old guy, you can wear it as an 85-year-old gentleman. Because of the nature, the profile of this scent, it's going to carry you through life, all right? It's not limited to maybe more mature, it's just right. I mean, I could easily see my son wearing this and he's 15, let alone my dad who's 94. It's going to cut through the whole family's needs. Is it entirely masculine, what I say though? I reckon, yeah, it is a little more masculine than feminine, but you know, we all have our own take on that. So time of day when you would wear this. For me, it's a daytime wearer. Like most citrus-based fragrances, it's not powerful or strong. It's definitely not a powerhouse. So this is not something which I would wear out in an evening time, where I would probably reserve much stronger fragrances for. When I want to emanate a bit, right? When I want that sillage. This one, more of a day wearer. You can wear it in, you know, the office, in a car with somebody, if you're going to be in a small, constrained, restricted space with somebody for a long period of time. This one isn't going to, you know, annoy anybody or rub them up the wrong way. It's subtle enough to wear in any situation. Is it an occasion fragrance? And by that I mean, would you wear this if you were going to a Buckingham Palace garden party? Or would you wear it if Emperor Naruhito of Japan invited you to afternoon tea at the Chrysanthemum Palace? Likelihood is not, if I'm being honest. I think this is something is more of a daily driver than a special occasion wear. I don't think there's many people choosing this as their wedding day fragrance because it simply isn't memorable enough. Whilst it's lovely and cheerful and happy, it just doesn't have those sensory anchor points which you walk past somebody in the street and you're going to say, wow, Dracar Noir. You know, as often the more powerful powerhouse fragrances do. This one, it just doesn't have the charisma to do that. But that's why it makes it a perfect daily wearer. And on that note, the projection, modest. Right? It's not strong, it's not emanating out like a lighthouse. It's relatively modest. I would say the longevity, modest again. Right? It's not bad. You know, you can put it on, it'll still, you might go nose blind to it after a short period of time, but actually it's still going to be there working away for you as the day goes on. But it's not a powerhouse by any means. Third-party comments. Since I've worn this, exclusively positive comments. Everybody in my orbit of influence has said to me, I really like that one, when I've asked for a compliment. Right? I'll say, what do you think of this? Nobody said to me, what are you wearing today? As I say, it's somewhat innocuous. It takes a backward step. It's not arriving in the room before you do. And for many of us, that's an attractive trait in our fragrance. We don't want something that's going to offend people or rub people up the wrong way. You could wear this in a situation where perhaps the wearing of fragrances is discouraged because it does bother people. I don't know, healthcare, offices, things like that. This is one you could easily get away with. What does it look like? Well, it's nothing special. But what I would say is the bottle, obviously the glass is dyed orange, the stuff inside is not, but the orange immediately makes you feel happy because it's a cheerful, airy colour. You know, we've got a plastic chrome covered top and the metalware is also chrome in colour. The jet's very misty projection with the spray, but actually it just looks very nice, like all of the Clinique products, functional. The box, you can tell they're going for a theme here, don't you? It's orange. This is the 100 milliliter bottle. It's termed as cologne spray Eau de Toilette Pour Homme. So what we've got there is a kind of weak concentration, daily wearer, which could be worn in practically any situation. It's not a powerhouse. It's not going to turn heads from across the side of the room. And for that situation, it has found a place in my ongoing collection. Now, I get many things in, and I know when I buy them, I'm not going to have another bottle of this. This is a one and done. I don't love it. I'll wear it because I've got it, but it's not something I would replace as soon as the bottle, you know, was used. This is one that I think is perfect in anybody's summer collection. And if you like orange, citrus, cheerful fragrances that are not overbearing, and are modestly priced. I mean, I think I paid, it's going to be between 20 and 30 pounds for this in equivalent when I was in Qatar, admittedly duty free. I would say, you know, 30 to 40 pounds would be what I would be aiming to bring this into the collection at. Certainly not 68, which is what Clinique are knocking it out for on their website, but see what you can do. I think if you can get it as a reasonable price, it's something which is going to work well in the collection. And it's a nice little addition. And it's something that you can reach for all of the time, and it's never going to let you down because what it delivers is modest. So this is not that big shouty powerhouse. This is that nice subtle background fragrance that you probably want to wear most of the time. Because let's be honest, we can't all wear, your Corums and your Sauvage all the time because it just is exhausting on the nose. Something like this gives you a break. So there we go. Nice addition for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video, subscribe for more. Join me on my journey to Chap Nirvana by becoming one of my patrons. The link is in the show notes below to my patron page. Patrons get additional exclusive content for a tiny monthly fee, and you're part of my ongoing family towards Chap Nirvana. So, until the next time, smell well, enjoy life, be happy, and I'll see you very soon.
I'm tired of waiting. How long have I been waiting here to hear the sound of